And that's a joke, but my father, this is true, my father is Mexican. And, hey, you're not supposed to be here. Anyway, no, but I won't, it's all right. Good for you. Naughty, naughty. All right. My father's Mexican. My mother is dead. So I'm half dead on my father's side. On my mother's side, my father's Mexican. A lot of people don't believe I'm Mexican. And when I tell them I'm Mexican, they say stupid things like, well, how can you look like that? What do you mean, how? Like I'm trying not to look Mexican? Like, no, look, see? I'm not Mexican. Then I get home like, Señor. My parents divorced when I was about 10, and now I have 2 kids, and their parents are divorced too, which is interesting. I remember when we got divorced, we told the kids, because you should tell your kids if you're getting divorced. Don't just do it and wait for them to be like, hey, yeah, duh, fucking, you gotta tell them. But so, I remember it's a tricky thing, because they were little, and you gotta tell them in a way that they can get in their life, So I remember we sat the kids down, I said, listen, love is tricky. Like you love your dog, right? You love your dog. You would do anything for your dog. You even give your dog food off your plate when you're not supposed to because you love your dog, right? One time, I remember your mom and I were like, don't give the dog ham, but you did because you love your dog so much. Okay, so that's why we're getting a divorce. Because you don't listen. And we can't take it anymore. It's too difficult. So we're gonna move to separate homes and each have you for half the week because neither of us wants to be with you all the time. And it's very sad because I love your mother very, very much. And she loves me very much. But we hate you more. So that's how we handled it. Just did our best. I remember my father was tough. My dad was tough, Mexican father. I remember one time I was 6 years old, I was crying, and my father said, I'll give you something to cry about. And then he fucked me in the ass. And you know what? He was right. I did cry. And I realized that what I had been crying about was not that important, So, you gotta teach your kids, man. You gotta teach your kids. By the way, I should say to you that that's not true. It's not a true story. I should say that because my dad's still alive. And
the guys, the dudes, the going out to get laid dudes. You know those guys that walk in packs of 9 down the bar street, the going out to get laid guys? They all got the same button-up stripey going out to get laid shirt on. They all got the same stride. There's one short guy behind them like... And they're all out to get, like, who's gonna fuck all 9 of you? What is the fantasy here? Are you gonna see 9 women in the same configuration and just all... Are you all gonna walk into a giant vagina somewhere? Yeah, dude! And then later they're in front of a pizza place just angry at each other. You said there was pussy there, you idiot! Then they beat up a stranger, get the energy out that way. Faggot! Those are the most dangerous people, are dudes that didn't get laid. And they're just fucking... just full of cum coming out of their eyes. Fuck somebody. love dudes that hang out together and do the whole dude. I saw this group of guys, and one of them was such a guy, he had it turned up so high that it was crazy. His friends were kind of normal. He was like... I'm like, what is that? That can't be real. That can't be a personality. Does he do that at 4 in the morning when he's peeing and nobody's in his apartment? He's like... And he kept doing that gesture that guys like to do. That's my favorite dumb guy gesture, yeah. Yeah, right. I always wonder, what if there was a guy who, whenever he does this, he has to finish? Like just some guy who works in your office. You ask him a question. Hey, is Bill in yet? Yeah, like he's ever on time. Seriously, that dude's always late, man. I'm serious. Oh,
That's what I'm talking about. I used to date a woman who was a vegan, so I had to fuck her with my dick substitute. And remember when meeting a vegan was weird? Remember when that was like a strange thing? Like, oh, what is that? Like, you probably met your first vegan in the 90s. You had like a dinner party, and somebody brought a vegan. And they said, just so you know, I'm a vegan. And you're like, I'm sorry, you're a vegetarian? And they're like, no. Like, all right, what is the thing? And they tell you all, okay, yeah, I have no food for you. You can eat a napkin and shit paper, I don't care. But then you met another vegan, and you're like, oh, okay. And then now they're everywhere. Now, who cares? There's several vegans in restaurants and whatever. It's kind of like gay people, sort of a similar trajectory of growth and acceptance in the culture, you know? The gay people and vegans have a lot in common. Like, they both have to tell their families at Thanksgiving. That's when they have to tell them. And dad gets angry. Your mother worked all night cooking that turkey, and you're telling me you're a fucking faggot? You know, it's drama. But those are the old days. Things are better now. I think it's pretty amazing when you think about it. The people used to say that being gay was wrong. Pretty recently, folks used to, like most people used to say that being gay was wrong. Of course, it's not wrong to be gay. I mean, it's pretty gay, but it's not wrong. But that's what people used to say. And now nobody says that. And I think that's a positive change. I think that's a good thing. Although I do wonder if there are gay people who miss when it was wrong. Maybe there's a few who miss when it was, because wasn't it a little more fun when it was like, this is fucking crazy? Like, didn't that give it a little zhuzh, a little, I could lose my job, oh fuck. Because now they're like everybody else, which is great, and they can get married, that's terrific, but is that fun to fuck your husband at your house? Wasn't it more fun to be in an all-night club at 4 in the morning, like, I'm breaking my mother's heart. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't even mean just gay people. Just some people like when sex is a little fucked up, you know? Some people like when sex is a little fucked up. All right. No. All right, you want to talk about it? Should we talk about it? Yeah, all right. I don't mind talking about it. Okay. Here's what I'll do.
Do you think that sharks would be embarrassed if they knew that we could all see their fins sticking out of the top of the water? I think they'd be bummed, because I don't think sharks are aware of that at all. I think sharks think they're slick. They swim around like, hey, nobody has any idea what's down here. And we're all up here like, there's totally a shark right there. It wouldn't be fun being a predator either. If you're a predator, imagine if every time you're hungry, you gotta chase a guy who's running for his life. You gotta, come on, dude, shit, get over here. And just hold him down and bite his neck till he shuts the fuck up for a minute. So you can just sit there and eat his stomach before you go to work. That would really suck. That's why animals just, they go, let's do this together, man. You chase the parents away, I'm gonna eat the kid, and you circle back. That's why they do it like that. Fuck it, I'm eating babies. This is bullshit. Grown-ups ain't worth the meat. Whoops. All right. All right. Oh, shit. God damn it. Idiot. This isn't a gay voice, by the way. It's not. Shut up.
I was thinking about, you know what I was thinking about today? I was thinking about Jesus. I was thinking about Jesus. And after I came, I thought that here's what I think. Here's what I think about Jesus, because I was raised Catholic, and my main feeling about Jesus is that I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for Jesus. I think he had a hard life. The last day was particularly difficult, but he had a hard life, Jesus. He had to wear that underwear, that thong, just that fucking dish rag, just burlap yanked out. Ugh, imagine. Just the rash, fuck. But I've been thinking a lot about Jesus, and I've been thinking about a lot about his life, and I started reading a book. I have one here. I have a book about Jesus right here that I want to share with you. This is a book about Jesus Christ. Just give me a minute here. Okay, this is a book about Jesus. Actually, the whole book is not about Jesus. Only this much. Only that much is about Jesus. The rest of it is the Jews going like, and then we walked for 50 years in the desert, and we only had a little bit of oil. It was difficult. It's verbose. It's a lot. Look at it. It's just Jews just fucking, and then Jacob bought a goat, and he had Isaac, who had Ruth, who had Abraham. And Abraham lived to be 800. Yeah, I bet he did, too. The Jews in the early chapters are all like 800, and then God was like, I can't with these fucking Jews for 800 years. I can't. We're starting heart disease right now. Cut them down to 10%. But so that's the Jews part. And this is the Jesus part. And they tell you the life of Jesus. But here's the weird part. They tell it to you again and again and again and again. They keep telling the same story. First Matthew tells it, and then Mark is like, dude, that's not what the fuck. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you. Hey, Paul, shut up. You weren't even here. And I started reading it because I never read it before, because I was raised Catholic. It's true. Catholic Church, they do not encourage reading. The Jews read their shit in Hebrew. And down south, they fucking read the Bible. That's what they do. But the Catholics, they want you to come in. They want you to come in so they can tell you. They want you to sit down and they tell you. And you're like, can I read the book? No, I got it. Just put the book down. Put it down. I'll tell you what. You don't fucking believe me? Listen, I'll tell you what happened. So I got interested in it because I had a feeling about Jesus as a person. And it's interesting because when you actually read it, it's not as lofty. It's like just regular people. Like here's this story of Jesus turning water into wine, okay? This is John chapter 2, okay? The word of the Lord. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's what it says. Just listen. Just listen to the first part. Okay. And the third day there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the wedding. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus saith unto him, they have no wine here. This is just anybody's mom at a wedding. They have no wine, Jesus. And then listen to this. Listen to this. And Jesus saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Jesus is like, Mom, don't. Fucking don't. Anyway, I won't read the whole thing out of there, but it's a weird story. Because he's at a wedding, and they don't have any wine, so he goes to the guy who runs the wedding and goes, hey, what's up? And the guy goes, yeah, sorry, man, there's no wine. And Jesus says, look in the water barrel. That's all he says, just look in the water barrel. Like a close-up magician, like flip over the card, maybe it's not the Red Queen. So the guy looks in the water barrel, and he had turned it all into wine, and everyone rejoiced. Except the guy running the wedding was probably like, we did need some water. This is actually a bigger problem. I have a feeling a lot of his miracles were met with mixed, like, thanks, Jesus, fuck. That's a lot of fucking fish, Jesus. Like Lazarus. Jesus brought Lazarus back from the dead. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. And Jesus went to his tomb and he just said, rise, Lazarus. And it worked. Lazarus came out of the tomb like, and Lazarus' wife was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I thought this day could not get worse. But here's a story I wanted to share with you. Because this story is really weird. I didn't know this story till I sat down and read the whole book. I mean, the Jesus part. I read the whole thing and I found this story that I never heard before. And I've seen every Jesus movie, and this is not in any Jesus movie. This is not a very told story because it's not clear what it means. Doesn't have a clear, usually the Jesus stories are obvious, what they mean. He washed your feet, so, you should wash your feet, whatever the fuck they're teaching you. But this one, this is the story of Jesus cursing a fig tree. How many people by applause know of this story? Okay, that's all I need, just to make it clear that it really happened. I mean, none of this happened. But I don't know. I'm fucking with you, I don't know. I'm just saying, I just wanted to clear that I didn't make it up. They did. All right. Okay, here's what it says. This is Mark chapter 11. It's when Mark went broke. Okay. And Jesus entered into Jerusalem and Then when he had looked round about upon all things, and now the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. Bethany was like a suburb of Jerusalem, so, you know, you go into town, you see all the shit, but you stay like at the Marriott by the airport. That's where Bethany is. And on the morrow, when they were come from Bethany, Jesus was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came, if haply he might find anything thereon. But when he came to the tree, he saw nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and saith unto the tree, No man shall eat fruit of thee hereafter and forever. And the disciples heard it. And in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou doth curseth is withered away and dead. And Jesus answered and saith unto them, Have faith in God. What the fuck kind of a Jesus story is that? What the fuck are we supposed to... Hey, Jesus, you kill that tree. That's right, motherfucker. What are we supposed to learn from cranky, hungry Jesus? There's no figs on the tree, so he's like, You're fucking dead, you piece of shit tree. You're fucking dead. And the tree's like, But the time of figs is not yet. It's just, I need another week. You want fruit out of season, go to Whole Foods, you fucking Jew. I didn't do anything. I mean, you can't act like that, man. You can't act like that. You walk around acting like that, and somebody will nail you to a cross. That's what'll happen. That's what'll happen. There's a few missteps in the Jesus story, I'm telling you. Like when he went to Jerusalem for the first time, his friends put him on a donkey, and they took him through town, through Jerusalem, and they're like, King of the Jews, y'all. King of the motherfucking Jews. And the Jews did not like that. The Jews were like, Not my president, whatever. So they nailed him to a cross. And here's... Some people worry about getting old because they think it means that they're dying, which it does. But this doesn't worry me. I don't worry about dying because I think it's necessary. I think it's something that you just have to do. You should do it. It's when it's your turn, you should do it. If somebody, your doctor says you're dying, just say, okay, and die. Don't, maybe a miracle. Fuck you, get in the ground. Just take your turn. I really think that way now. I didn't used to. But I do because when I started thinking that way was when my mom died. My mom died a couple years ago of anorexia. She was 300 pounds. She was bad at it. I know, it's fucked up, right? What a piece of shit. Anyway, she would have liked that joke. She would have. My mom she was gross. And I remember when she was dying, I was alone with her, and the nurse said, this is imminent. I was like, what does that mean? She goes, she's gonna die in a minute. I'm like, just say in a minute. It's so close. Anyway, I was alone with her, and she died, and I was like, fuck, they're gonna think I did it, obviously. I didn't want to lose my mom. I really didn't. But we had this one conversation like 2 weeks before she died when we were talking about it. And I said, Mom, I don't want you to die. And she said, you'll get over it. That's what she said. And I did. But in the moment, I wasn't willing to accept it. I was like, I don't want you to go. She said, but we're going in order. Do you understand? This makes sense. I'm your mother. I'm like, Mom, stop talking like that. This is sad. She goes, no, it's not. Look at it this way. Do you want me to never die? I was like, no, I don't want that at all.
And it helped me get in touch with an important idea, which is that dying is important. It's every generation's greatest contribution to history is that they die. It's the only thing that keeps things moving. It's the only reason there's any progress in the human race is that folks keep fucking dying. Every generation has had a mix of douchebags and amazing people and boring, great, good, whatever, but they're all fucking dead. Every fucking one. Thank God, they're all fucking dead. There's a limit to how much any of the good ones did, and the shitty ones got to stop being shitty. It's a great system. Now when you look at the internet and all these people, you're like, what the fuck is happening? It's okay, they're all going. All of them are gonna die. I mean, you don't wanna die. You don't want to die, you don't want your loved ones to die, but that's a selfish wish when you think about what would happen if nobody died. What kind of world would this be if there was nobody, if we still had people here from the 1100s? It's hard enough having people here from the 50s. Just scan the code on the table. There's no menu.
But what? I don't understand.
Jesus Christ. You want to go through that with Pontius Pilate and Charlemagne? Fucking pain in the ass. Fucking old people that don't want to fucking just... When you get older and you start going, everything's so crazy now. No, it's fine. Just get the fuck out. It's great. They're not going to make it work for you. You're here for 10 more minutes. Just get the fuck out. If you're in an airport and you're looking at the toilet and you're like, I don't understand how this works. It's time for you to die. That's what that means. These toilets are for the next people. Get the fuck out. That's the way I look at my life now. I had some good, I had some bad, but I'm done. I mean, I'll hang around.
What a night! Louis C.K. back at the Garden, baby! MSG, what's up? New York City, greatest city in the world! Except to live. That is one thing quarantine reminded me. New York City apartments were not intended to be lived in. They're just like a home base to go nap, shower up, and get back out there. We just moved to Jersey. I lived here 20 years. We just moved to Jersey. Oh, wow, I never get support for Jersey. It's great. It's the first time in 20 years that my mattress does not touch 3 of the walls in my bedroom. Excellent. New Jersey gets a bad rap. I don't know why. I think we need a new slogan. My idea is New Jersey. It's not just Newark. You know what's cool about New Jersey? We've been there for almost a year, and I have not found one person attractive. So that's what I tell my friends that still live in New York City. I'm like, find your person here, fall in love here, and then move to Jersey, and you'll never cheat. That might be a better slogan. Well, let me explain who my we is. Here's my deal. Right before the pandemic, I met a nice lady on Hinge. Shout out to Hinge. We fell in love, and then we got real pregnant real quick. Yeah, this is how quick it was. At the time of the birth, we had been a pregnant couple longer than a non-pregnant couple. So it's a strong foundation, is what I'm trying to tell you people. We have 3 therapists currently. We'd like one more. We'd like to go Monday through Thursday. But we both wanted to have kids. I know that because when we were falling in love, she told me she was about to freeze her eggs. And I'd be like, why do you want to do that? I'll knock you up right now. I was joking. It's been great, though. I've never lived with a woman before. I had heard about pillows, but I did not realize how intense the pillow game was about to get. There are more pillows in our bedroom right now than have been in all of my bedrooms in my entire life combined. There are pillows that aren't on the bed, yet there's a wait list to get on the bed. And my wife is originally from New Jersey, so it was fun to move that day. We crossed the George Washington Bridge. I looked over at her. Immediately, her hair went up, her nails came out. We all got tanner. I looked back, our baby was in a full tracksuit. We're all chewing gum. I'm like, we didn't have gum. How'd you get gum? Baby has no teeth. She's just staring at me like, "Mwah, mwah, 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 mwah." It was at the bottom of my back. I don't know why I made her sound Italian. She is not Italian. She's also not my wife. We're not married. We're engaged. We're really dragging our feet on this one. Thank you. But I do refer to her as my wife when we are in a good place. I call her my girlfriend when she's mad at me, and that doesn't help. No, she's Irish. She likes to drink. That stereotype is very true. I am Jewish, so I just like to watch her drink and then judge her real hard. Oh, getting a little Jewy vibe up in here. What's up, Jews? I bought my first Christmas tree as a Jew. Yeah, it's very conflicting. My parents are rolling over in their graves. They're alive. They're just Jews. They like to check out their plots once in a while. Just roll around, make sure they're getting the good soil. I am teaching my wife how to be Jewish. This is absolutely true. Before she met me, she had never returned anything. She's like, I've heard of it. It seems like too much work. Meanwhile, an art form for my people. We'll go to Dunkin', and they'll give her the wrong coffee. She will throw it in the garbage and then purchase a new one. When I wake up from my seizure, I'm like, what are you doing? Give me that. What'd you get, a medium? You're getting a large now. You want whipped cream, extra shot of espresso? You can pick out a donut, a cruller. We can go off menu if you like. I know what they have in the back. I don't even want a coffee. I'm going to get a free one out of this. Where's your umbrella? Open that up. It's about to rain pumpkin in here. But this was my favorite. We had chairs to return to Target. And I had never seen her nervous before, all right? She was like sweating. She was rehearsing our story over and over in the car ride. She had like a reference for them to call for some reason. She's like, if it gets weird, I think my sister will back us up. I'm like, I don't know what you think we're about to do. We can just leave the chairs in the car. That's how good I am at this. Where did we get them? Target? I'll return them at Bed Bath & Beyond just for the challenge. I will bring all my coupons. They won't know what hit them. But she's teaching me too. She's teaching me how to be less Jewish, more manly. She approved this jean jacket. When we needed a bed, we went to a store and we bought one. That day, that is unheard of in my world. We went to no other stores. We didn't even call my mother. We just left with a delivery date in the book. Although when she wasn't looking, I found the same bed a little cheaper at another place. I made the first place match that price, so technically I win, even though our main therapist said it's not about winning and losing. I think we can all agree that day I was victorious. It was just that day, trust me. I'm older. I'm 13 years older. Yeah, our age difference can get bat mitzvahed. You thought I was done being Jewy, and then I Jewed you again. Age difference comes up in weird ways, though. We were at a restaurant one night, and she was like, "Do you know what song this is?" I was like, I can't even hear a song. And I know I'm not old, but I feel like I'm too old to be the dad of a baby. Although she just turned 2. I was so nervous. Her first words were just gonna be her looking up at me like, "Grandpa, do I have a papa?" I was doing this joke for a little while because people keep asking us if we're gonna have another kid, and honestly, I don't have the ab muscles to pull out, so probably. And it is true, I don't. We just had a boy in December. Man, we didn't plan this one either. We did a wine tasting. We're just, it's gonna be tight for a little while because we didn't plan it. So they're gonna have to share a room. I just don't want to hear any complaining, ever, you know? Like, "Mom, Dad, how come you didn't save money for us for college?" It's like, look, if you wanted parents that were better at planning, you wouldn't be here. How about a little gratitude?